Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max&JuanCast, where people lose their souls. And that's my
I got.
co-host.
I'm actually doing the show quietly today because I don't want to yell. I'm not gonna curse. I'm not trying not to curse.
I look, I
Thanks.
don't
Thanks a
I
lot,
don't have
Tennessee
to cry
Titans.
yet. I don't have to
Shout
cry
out.
yet. I don't know if we lost. I don't know if we won. I did get my soul pick though. I still got my soul.
Dog. Titans just want it. Titans just don't like your boy, dog. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Just get the
Oh
intro
my
over with,
goodness.
bro. Bro, it's been a rough day, bro. I've told you this before. You know, my family, we do the pick'ems every week.
Yeah.
Your boy is consistently the silver medalist by one fucking game, dude. And they jacking my picks, bro. I had the Patriots tonight. That was gonna be
Yeah.
my one.
You had a
And a
tough pick 'em
doink.
week. Yeah,
We
you had a tough
bro,
pick 'em week.
we did. We did. I especially did. But we'll talk more about that on Wednesday, bro. But how are you? I know you didn't have your team play today.
I'm great, man. I love Sundays like this. I love them. It's like a love-hate relationship, you know. I hate that I have to wait until Monday, but I can really relax and pay attention to a little bit more games because when the Raider game's on, I'm locked in. I'm locked in on the Raiders. I'm paying attention to what's going on in other games, but I just tend to lock in a little bit more. So it's cool just to relax and not have to have a heart attack because the Raiders are playing bad or going into double overtime or overtime, whatever the case is. All right. I love to watch the Eagles get beat down and you lose your soul.
Hey, we were trying to. You needed us. You need us to
I know.
take care of the Chiefs. It's funny you mentioned love hate relationships because we have somebody on who has a very complicated relationship with Tom Brady. In the game we just saw, the Bucks got their revenge, or let me excuse me, Tom Brady got his revenge on the Pats. Billy B took the L. I mean, you want to bring him in, bro?
Let's bring him in, man. Let's welcome to the show Isaiah, lifetime Patriot fan. Second
Sad
second
Patriot
time
fan.
on the pod. First one was about basketball. Now we're switching over to football, and he's talking about his beloved Patriots. Isaiah, how do you feel tonight, bro?
Damn, y'all, what's going on? that hurt. That hurt, bro.
Will you be
That,
listening to Drake to cry?
maybe I'm thinking about it. Maybe take care. Maybe take care.
So okay, obviously we're gonna change the name of Marvin's Room to Tom's Room or Tom's Stadium. Just tell me your thoughts on the game, bro. Just
like, like, hold on. The Patriots didn't. They couldn't played. They couldn't have played any better. I think. I think that fumble, and I want to say the second or third quarter kind of killed us.
mm-hmm.
Uh, but the defense played really well. Tom Brady kind of looked like he was kind of emotional, and the Bucks was like not on their A game. Got to say, Gronk wasn't there, but AB missed that touchdown at the end, which like got me super hyped because that would have been
I
curtains.
I
You can
think
ask.
AB had the better revenge game.
I know,
Patriot
right?
revenge
Yeah,
game.
exactly. Since we cut his ass 2 years ago.
A lot of revenge games today. We're talking about it in our pick'ems, me and Max. I didn't realize how many guys were just playing former teams. Like, yeah, Tom Brady going back to New England. A one that fell under the radar who really performed today, Corey Davis,
Bro,
revenge game.
oh my god.
Cost me my soul, bro. I
We'll
don't
talk
want to talk
about
about
we'll
that
talk
game.
about that later.
Y'all talk about that
Yeah.
later, dog.
Look, this is my question to Isaiah and one. You guys paid Matthew Judon a lot of money. You paid Henry Anderson. You paid a lot of guys money. I just don't see them. Like, there were times where I thought I could have been back there for 5 seconds and thrown up like a laser beam. Like, where was the pressure on Tom Brady? Like, Did you even get him one time? One sack, maybe?
We got him maybe twice. Judon was mostly like penetration, like off the edge or whatever. But I mean, your boy Jalen Mills, he didn't get burnt too bad. I'm trying to think who else is new on our defense besides Judon and Mills. But Hunter Henry really didn't do nothing. Juno, he got the tub, but that was like from the 1 yard line. Nelly, he played fine.
That's our boy. That's me and Juan's boy. We
Yeah.
both got to claim on Nelly.
Nelly.
Look, I like how Judon played, but man, like I just don't see any type of consistent pass rush.
Oh, it's
and Juan,
not,
you can
bro.
correct me if I'm wrong.
It's not.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of talking about it previewing this game, Max. How we're like, man, where's Matthew Judon been? Where's the line been? I think, in the run game they're technically sound, but against the pass, it's a really hit and miss. But as far as the game goes, man, before we even start talking about that, I know Patriot fans get a lot of flack, and you guys have been winning, and basically, like, if you're not a Patriot fan, like, you hate the Patriots. Like, that's how usually it goes. But you guys were amazing tonight, man. The Patriots fan base was absolutely incredible today. I give 100% props. I love that you guys pay dues. You guys respected Tom Brady as he came out in the tunnel pregame, gave him his joy. You had some fans with GOAT costumes on and Brady jerseys half and half. But when it came down to it and the game started,
he got
booze. I love it. That's an intelligent fan base. Those are hardcore fans. I love it. You don't see that much in sports. There's a lot of fan bases out there who are not, intelligent of the game, or know when to cheer, know when to boo.
Rams.
Rams. Yeah, Rams fans. But it's very true though, and I gotta give you guys props, man. I hate Patriot fans. I hate the Patriots, obviously, because it's like I said, if you're not a Patriot fan, you probably hate the Patriots. That's how it usually goes. And it's because they've been winning for a long time. But you guys showed out tonight, even in the fourth quarter, when Mac Jones was going 20 passes in a row. The defense was making plays. Like, you guys were loud, man. That shit sounded like a freaking playoff game. And I loved it, man. I loved every second of it. I was absolutely shocked, man.
Bro, I was shocked by those two trick plays. Like, I haven't seen a trick play since we played the freaking Ravens back in the AFC Championship game. That was like, we went all out then. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. We pull out double passes and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, Josh McDaniels, you're acting like this is our Super Bowl. So this is week 4, and we're pulling Jacoby Myers throwing a bomb to Brandon Bolden, and then trying to throw a bomb to was that to Nelly, or was that
I think it was to Nelly?
Oh
yeah, Nelly. They connected. They connected on one of them, but back to Tom Brady, because I think obviously that's where the headlines go.
Oh yeah.
I thought Brady came out and he was kind of shaky at first, just a little bit, just a touch. I felt like he was a little bit too eager, but he fell right into place, and I felt like the whole time on offense, at least, they had control of this game. Like, it was never going to get away from Tom tonight. What did you guys think?
Go ahead, Max.
Well, one, I think we should say it sucked that the weather played a big factor in this game. I want to say part of the reason Tom kind of struggled was just like it was a monsoon. You know what I mean? But like you said, like the nerves got to him early. But you can't rush the ball. You can't get out rushed as a team by Tom Brady and win a football game.
Oh my gosh!
Like you can't. What they finished with, like -1 rushing yard, right?
-1 rushing yards.
Yeah, me and Juan had, and us three had more rushing yards than the Patriots. That's bad. And like it just didn't seem like they could ever get those plays. It was like, oh, they can't, like on 1st and 10, they're never going to get a -3 yard run stuff. It was like, oh, here's 3 yards, here's 2. We'll make it 3rd and 3. We have the whole playbook open. Now, they had some timely stops, but it just felt like Patriots were, I always say Patriots because I'm thinking Tom Brady, but the Bucs were in control of this game.
Exactly. So I don't know. I was on tilt the whole game because we were up 1 going into half, and then we were like lose. I don't recall if we were losing at the end of the third, but it was like, okay, this is gonna go down to the wire like always, and then it's gonna be a Tom Brady game-winning field goal, and then I'm gonna be quote unquote super depressed like this, or Mac Jones is gonna somehow get us into field goal range, and somebody like JJ Taylor or Damian Harris or somebody's gonna fumble, and then I'm gonna be, it's because it's happened in like week 1, didn't it? Yeah, it happened in
Damian
week
Harris
1.
fumbles with
Damian
the
Harris
game in the bag.
Yeah. We have the game in the bag.
Honestly, I love the drive before the field goal by Mac, like where you guys got 3. But as soon as you got into the 10-yard line, at first and goal, I hated the play calls. It was
they're terrible.
It was I think it was 3 straight passes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was just like you got
almost a pick by Devin White too.
Yeah, Devin White almost pick 6 your ass. And that should have been pick 6. But
hold on.
When you got 3 right there, I'm like, you can't make it that easy for Tom to get 3. No. And then first play, bomb, Kyle Van Noy has no idea where the ball is. And Leonard Fournette looked great tonight. He dominated the game. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, he really imposed his will on the Patriots. They couldn't tackle him.
No, we couldn't tackle him. But hold on, Max. Let's go back to that same drive. They should have had a pick 6 on us when Mac threw a dig route to, I think it was a dig route or something.
Oh, yeah, on the left side.
On the left side.
Oh, yeah. Nelly.
Yeah, to Nelly.
Almost
Aguilar.
Yeah, to Nelly, because that should have been a pick 6. And I was texting you. I was like, I texted you like that was extremely lucky because that should have been gone. Because
Sante Samuel, that's pick 6.
Oh, easy. Easy. Sante Samuel, Rodney Harrison, Ty Law.
Do you think you were over concerned about Richard Sherman's impact on the game, Isaiah?
in our text conversation, I was, because however I sent you that screenshot. He was burnt toast all night.
Yeah, it's much to be expected. He was put in a situation.
Also, number 5 Sherm, come on, that ain't the look.
That's really not the look.
I like it.
You like Le'Veon Bell wearing 17?
Yeah, that one's weird. That one's
17 mil. That's what you said.
I didn't see Le'Veon Bell. I didn't watch the Rams play. I watched something that was the Titans game ending, and then the Cardinals. So I didn't see.
Look, I want to ask you this, Isaiah. I know, obviously, at the end of the game, you were Patriots out. You were ready for this win. You were too invested. All right, you were too invested into this game to not root for the Patriots. At any point, though, I'm curious, pregame, anything inside of you, were you rooting for Tom Brady?
Oh no,
not at all.
Not at all. No.
You were like, thank you for what you did, but I want to fucking kick your ass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you at least want him to have like a good game, or not even a good game? Like you wanted him to be exposed?
First half, I was just like, all right, if you're gonna destroy us now and get it over with. Second half, we need to go ahead and expose it. We need to go ahead.
Because I'm not new to this, bro. As a Raider fan, it happens to me all the time. You go into the game thinking we're gonna get our shit kicked in. It doesn't fucking matter. And then once the game starts going, and bro, it's so fucking close, it hurts even more, bro. Like to lose like that. I know the feeling, because everyone coming into this game, probably except for Max. Max was one of the few people I know that picked the Patriots to win.
Man, this dude Max texts me all week. I got y'all, bro. I got y'all.
Like, I said, bro, don't fuck me. I cursed it. I was like, don't give me.
Everyone had the Bucks. Everyone did. And everyone had the Bucks.
I think he makes that field goal if it's not raining in a monsoon, and I feel like how many times we've seen a Patriots kicker make that in that type of weather? Like
gazillion.
I mean, this is not Vinatieri we're talking
about. Or Gostkowski.
I know, man. Gostkowski was all right for the first 8 years.
Exactly.
He was making stuff.
Yeah, Gostkowski would have made that. But okay.
Like I said, this ain't your daddy's Patriots no more.
Nah, bro. Hold on, Max. If you're talking about the monsoon, I don't think Tom misses like half of those throws in a clear day.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that has something to do with it. And there was there were some drops. Whoever 42 is on your team, I can't remember his name.
JJ Taylor.
Yeah, he's getting cut.
Yeah, he's getting cut.
Doghouse.
Oh yeah,
You fumble with Bill. Doghouse.
Doghouse.
Shout out to Jonas Gray. I got one more question from this game for both y'all. What do you make of Mac? Mac and cheese, Mac Jones, whatever you want to call him. I thought he played great. I really did.
Isaiah.
Damn, I want to go last. Okay, I'll say this. As soon as I guess they opened the playbook, it felt like let them go shotgun, see where the blitzes was coming, because they were going. I might not be technically right. It felt like they were going cover zero all the first quarter. Like they were sending a house. And then after that, he was like, okay, I'm about to hit my high routes. I'm about to hit my I'm about to hit everything. So he played great. Like the dude didn't lose us the game. He almost gave me a heart attack in the red zone after we got in the fourth quarter. He legit almost gave me a heart attack because Devin White should have pick six me, but he played fine. He played a lot better than he did last week because he was an ass last week.
Yeah. I thought he played great, man. I thought he stepped up to the plate. It was a big spotlight tonight. Not a lot of guys can do that in the situation that he was put in today. And I got to give him props, man. Like he went on that hot little streak with the 20 straight passes in a row. I thought he was confident. He was dodging sacks. He was delivering the ball with velocity. Like it was all the way around, man. And the Buccaneers were throwing some shit at him, man. Like Todd Bowles did not hold back. Like, you know, they were trying to confuse him as much as possible, just on both sides, Belichick and Todd Bowles, just defensive staffs in general. Big W tonight. I thought they did a phenomenal job on the field. Just a lot of different coverages, a lot of different blitzes. Like it was crazy. It was nice to watch. But I think it was kind of like the theme this week, all in general. Like even going back to the Thursday night game, people need to slow down with these quarterbacks. They're in tough situations, and it's gonna take some time. You know, the guy who's in the best case situation right now is Trey Lance, and he's barely even playing. Like all these other guys are on bad teams. You know, they don't have much to work with. And Mac Jones, like, it's just along with all these rookies, give them some time. They're gonna look good in some spots, man.
Can I say this?
Go ahead, yeah.
He probably has the best coaching staff.
Oh,
offensively, he probably has the best coaching.
Absolutely, Max has the
coaching. Yeah. I don't know if Fields won. I don't know if the Bears won. Can y'all tell me?
They did, but Detroit was trying to give them the game.
Okay, because I didn't watch that. I'm sorry, I didn't watch that game. So.
I have one little thing about Tom Brady I've been reading online. I'm just curious to see what your thoughts were.
What's up?
He said he wanted to finish career with the San Francisco 49ers, like I think a few weeks ago or something. But
I heard that
earlier this year. I think he said in the shop with LeBron James, he said like there's this like some team picked this MFer and didn't choose to sign him. So everyone's saying the team that didn't choose him was the Niners, and they went with Jimmy G.
I don't know who he was talking about because there's a lot of reports saying that it was the Raiders, but just to go on that report more, Max, that report actually said that he was willing to go to the San Francisco 49ers after that last game with the Patriots, said there would not be any bidding war, nothing like that. I will sign with you guys. Told Wes Welker. And if you guys don't know, Wes Welker is a coach on the coaching
Receivers
staff
coach.
For the 49ers. And Kyle Shanahan winded up rolling with Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, that's tough, bro. That's tough. But in hindsight, it's easy to say. It's easy to say that decision saying, oh, you're stupid. Like Brady won a Super Bowl. You got to put it in hindsight. I mean, who knows what they were thinking? I think the thing is, though, is him thinking that Jimmy G was a better option was kind of dumb. I would give him, that's dumb. But I think the coaching staff and the Niners in general were already on this Trey Lance kid.
Really?
I'm just going to say that.
From draft?
Even before one saying.
Oh, okay.
You never know, man. You really don't.
You never know.
I'm all out of Patriot questions. Juan, you got anything left?
I think that's it, man.
Hold
Any
on.
last thoughts on this game?
If you need a
before we
vent,
let
just
you
take a
go,
minute or
Isaiah?
two. Say whatever you want about the past.
Okay,
Or
I might
Bucks.
I might go on a little rant.
Go ahead, bro.
Another cut might be Jacoby Myers because
He had that great trick play you loved.
bro. I'm
Come
saying, but the first quarter, he tried to get the game away. Like you said,
Oh yeah, he did.
yeah, he fumbled. He literally fumbled, and then we got a gift. Max, you were right about Mac Jones because when Cam got cut, I was texting you saying y'all need to get me on the pod now because I was a wreck. I was a wreck because I thought Mac was like next year ready, and I mean I had us losing this game regardless, Cam or Mac. But
hey, shout out to the Superman audible they did.
Oh my god!
Tear came down my eye. Cam rolling in his grave here in that audible, bro.
Superman. He had Air Jordan shooting a jumper. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to think. We should have beat the Saints. Well, I take that back. I take that back.
No, you should not have beat. You should beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, we should have. Yeah, we should have beat the Dolphins.
You still thinking playoffs, or you think it's rebuild? It's over.
Man, here's the thing. We unloaded the Brinks truck on Henry, Judon,
Janu,
Janu,
Jalen Mills,
Big
Play Mills,
Big Play Mills, Green Goblin, baby, Green Goblin, Nelly, and then, man, we missed Trent Brown. We missed Trent Williams. Yeah, we missed Trent
Brown. No, Trent Brown.
Oh, Trent Brown. My bad, y'all. Yeah, we missed. Yeah, we missed Trent Brown really bad. Like,
you're gonna be missing him a lot. I love how Trent Brown loves to blame everyone, but doesn't know how to be available. Same shit with the Raiders.
Oh yeah, he was with y'all, Juan, and then after that, like he won the Super Bowl. Y'all paid him, y'all cut him, and then he came home. So
he traded his punk ass for like a 7th, right?
Yeah, fuck him.
But
not surprised. Not surprised at all. Not surprised at all that the dude's not healthy.
Oh my man,
he a little husky. Leave him alone.
He's a little husky. I was just saying he could have helped out the O line because we low key got worked. But I mean, Max, like I said, Max was right about my quarterback. So again,
that's all I want to know. I'm here for you, bro.
He was right that I just need to take a nice deep breath after Cam got cut.
Yeah,
like
y'all rebuilding, man. You guys will be fine. I have faith in the Patriots. I love tonight's game. You guys fought hard. It lived up to all the expectations. And as a Patriot fan, you gotta love it. You gotta love that game. It would have been a joy to be at that game because it was a great atmosphere, bro.
Yeah, the atmosphere would have been great, but like I said, we needed to expose him by the fourth quarter. I was ready to expose him. Freaking Boomin' AB dropped an easy touchdown. And I was
Boomin' University,
Boomin' University, baby. Hey, I might be too early, but who's somebody I need to watch in college? Juan and Max. So I need to watch. I might be early. We could make.
I would say watch the kid from LSU, their corner.
Okay.
Who? Derek Stingley?
Yeah, Derek Stingley.
Oh yeah, he a monster.
Yeah, watch him.
Okay, because
I'll probably say he's the most confident I am to being like good in the NFL as of right now.
I would say this is going to be a mainstream answer, but Thibodeau from Oregon, the edge rusher, Kayvon Thibodeau. He's a monster, bro. He's going to be a number 1 overall pick, probably.
Okay.
And that's it. I mean, me and Juan really don't do the college stuff till like the playoff. You know, we
dip in. We dip in here and there. You know,
I'm just saying. Since Gilly, I don't know if we're paying Gilly his money because
Gilly's leaving probably. Come on, hey, we appreciate you coming on, bro. I know it was a tough time to come on. We're glad you vented. Yeah. We appreciate you coming on, bro.
We appreciate you coming on with that Texas time, man. We know you 2 hours ahead.
Oh yeah,
but we appreciate you, man. Until next time.
Go Lakers.
Oh, shut up. Get him out of here.
Go Lakers.
Thunder fan, get out of here.
Russ we trust, baby.
All right,
up.
Isaiah.
All
Have
right,
a good
love
night,
y'all.
bro.
All right.
Later, bro.
All right,
God,
man.
I threw up in my mouth when he said that. Oh, bad. That was bad.
Every time I post something on Instagram about the Lakers, he's always like, "Go Lakers!" Oh man! But look, it was a great weekend. The morning games were really good, Max. I felt like the afternoon games kind of they were not up to the plate like all these other games.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to take us through some of the games. And we said during the Pick'em show, excuse me, this is going to be test week. And I want to talk about some of the games we said were a test. And I think there's no better place to start off than Cardinals at the Rams. And the Cardinals, they whooped that ass, man. I don't know any other way to say it. I have Stafford kind of struggled. The Cardinals just did whatever they wanted to, I felt like. I don't know how to say it. I mean, I just felt like the Rams couldn't get going in this game.
The Cardinals came out on fire, man. And I think that it's much to be expected by a Cardinal team like this. I was talking to Max off the pod while this game was going on, and I was saying I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona loses their next game, like bad. Like I don't know who they play. If you can look that up for me, Max.
Yeah, sure, keep going.
I don't know who they play, but this is kind of who they are. Like we seen their full throttle like potential today. It's throwing the ball all over their place. Their defense played sound. It played great. Like Byron Murphy played out of his mind. The linebackers were flying around. This is the Cardinals. But
ooh, they play the Niners.
They play the Niners, who are hungry. They lost 2 in a row. So it could be a little trap game. You know, Trey Lance is probably going to start. But I'm just scared of the Cardinals' consistency. Because we've been seeing this the last couple weeks, and I'm happy for them. Like you got to give them their respect. I'm not.
Well,
I'm
does
not
this
saying
make
that.
them a contender for you? Like, are they a real
I
contender,
think
or is it
yeah,
still bullshit?
No, they've been a contender. I think they've been a contender. Ever since when I seen like week 2, really like when I seen the stuff that they were doing, I was like, okay, like this team is pretty legit. I like the things that they do with their running backs and stuff, and all the weapons they have. Like AJ Green scored a big touchdown today. Like he's been
Early,
getting in the
yeah.
groove the
I felt
last
like
2
that set the
weeks.
tone. I felt like that was a tone setter, bro.
Most definitely, man. So the Cardinals are just one of those teams where when they're hot, they're hot. They're probably the best team in the league, but I'm scared of them having that consistency week by week. And I don't think it's going to bite them in the ass as far as not making the playoffs, but kind of like these moments where they're playing a team on the road or at home and they're expected to do this and they fall straight on their face. Because they are young. You know, we always talk about basketball teams taking that step, Max, where it's like, okay, we make it to the playoffs, losing the first round next year, losing the second, progression. The Cardinals haven't had any of that. They don't have any of that experience. Like, let's be honest, Kyler Murray is still very young, so we'll see where it goes from here. But it was a great win because the Rams have kicked their ass every single time. McVay, specifically, and they came out and they balled. And I love how the Rams were getting so much credit last week for their fan base and their crowd. Where the fuck were you guys today?
That's Rams house. Hashtag Rams house. Does this make you think any less of the Rams as a contender or
no?
I don't think so either. I think this is just a blimp on the radar.
Yeah, the Cardinals are talented, man. They have weapons everywhere, and they're going to be really hard to beat when they're on fire like this. They're on point. But Stafford had his first bad game. He was missing a couple of guys. Through a couple, the only thing I didn't like the way they started off the game. Felt like they got a little bit too cute with that Deshaun Jackson shit.
They did. I agree with you. To me, their running backs are so ordinary. They need to try to get somebody who's decent. Like if I was them, I'd make a call and try to get like Philip Lindsay. get like Mark.
Yeah.
I just feel like Darrell Henderson, Sony Michelle, you need a little bit more like a dynamic back.
Yeah.
That's
Cooper
just my
Cup.
opinion. They can still run the ball because McVay's so creative.
Yeah. Cooper Cup finally came down to
Back down to
reality.
earth.
Gosh. But you look at Arizona, man. Just look at all the guys that they have. Like Rondell Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green. They have Chase Edmonds with the kind of like shifty back who can catch a ball out of the
You got
backfield.
James
Then they
Conner.
got the bruiser and James Conner. And then they still got Christian Kirk. So it's like this team is super, they're just stacked on the offense. But I want to see more. I really do want to see more because we seen what they did in Jacksonville last week, and that's what really scared me. Where it's like, how's Jacksonville moving the ball on you guys?
Yeah, like up and down. And maybe it's just one of those times where they didn't want to get up for the game because Jacksonville's
Right.
a joke.
Right.
A team that did beat the crap out of Jags, I believe, was the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
And they would face the test in the Ravens, and I think they
Oh,
failed the
man.
test.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater gets a concussion. I don't think it really matters if Teddy Bridgewater plays. Drew Lock came in for relief, and man, he Drew locked it up. The Ravens kind of like kicked them when they were down. They got the 100 rushing yards to extend the streak to I think 43 games, which is insane. The fact that in this era that we live in with passing, they're still running the ball like this. Broncos. This is what happens when you play a good team. So I'm saying when you play
At
teams that are
home.
0-9, what do you think happens?
No.
The Ravens are a good team. I thought the Ravens kicked their ass.
I'm just gonna say this, man. The Ravens are looking kind of scary, man. They look like they got their little mojo going with last week's win, with the Justin Tucker thing. But me and you were talking about it last recap. Marquise Brown last week had a bunch of opportunities missed with bad drops. He did not have those today. He
Made up
balled
for it.
out. He had 4 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown, and a sweet touchdown too, diving in the end zone. Absolute beauty by Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson in this game, Max, had 316 yards. He was 22 for 37, only 1 touchdown, but he was efficient in my eyes. Like, he was getting it done with almost no running game.
No, for a large part of the afternoon, Denver did a really good job. And Vic Fangio knows Greg Roman. They were in San Francisco together. Vic Fangio is one of the best defensive minds in football. They have a good front. But honestly, the back end, I think, kind of got exposed today because, one, I think we've been thinking they're overachievers. Like Patrick Surtain, to quote you, was getting worked out by Devin Duvernay.
Yep.
But, I mean, Ravens are 3-1. They're at the top of their division, right? Tied with the Browns.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-team division. It really is. There's no third team. The only, remember your phrase. It's a 3-team division, and the Steelers ain't one of those teams right now.
It's facts. It's facts.
And
yeah,
if
because
you want,
the Bengals, the Bengals are 3-1 too, right?
And we can go into their game real quick. I thought that was a kind of a good test for the Bengals. I still don't buy them as real contenders. Maybe they're the Arizona of last year where they kind of start off kind of frisky, but they kind of pewter out. And, man, the Jaguars can't catch a break. And I just think, it just looks not good for them, man. Like, they're just badly coached at times. Like, on that Uzama touchdown, the guy left him to go double someone else because they had a miscommunication.
Yeah. One where I want to spend some time in because I think we can have a real discussion. Probably not going to hit all the games today, but there's one in particular I really want to talk about because there's some big storylines coming out of this. Seattle beat the San Francisco 49ers today, 28-21. Jimmy Garoppolo, big news. He got hurt in this game, and Trey Lance, a.k.a. Trey Area, came in this game, Max. And it didn't look too good. But to his credit, I was telling Max this, he was put in a tough spot. Very, very tough spot. They were down in the game. Their offense hasn't been running the ball all that well. I mean, he's a rookie, man. Like, even though I hate the Niners, you got to give him some slack at least. He hit a big play It was on a broken coverage. Jamal Adams and the Seattle Seahawks just continue to have blown coverages. It's amazing on the amount of shit that goes down over there, man. But broken coverage and Deebo Samuel's running down the middle for a big ass touchdown.
Yeah, 76-yard touchdown.
Yeah. What did you think?
Well, one, it's kind of similar to Justin Fields a week ago when he came in for Dalton. Granted, it wasn't the same situation in the game, but just to be the backup and come in as relief. Here's what I think. I don't really think Jimmy's that badly hurt. One, he played like crap. He threw a dumb pick, Jimmy Garoppolo stuff. And then they were like, you know what? Let's just say let's just say Peyton Manning wasn't really hurt. He was a little banged up. He could have played.
Yeah.
Let's just use it as an excuse to get Trey out there. Let's see if he can make some magic.
Right.
I didn't think he was all that good. But again, like Juan said, you got to take into consideration the circumstances. He did good for the circumstances.
The only thing I didn't like, if I had to, be hard on him, was kind of seeing the same problems that I seen in the preseason. Not knowing how to throw the ball with touch, a lot of heaters, coming out of his hands, not really going through his progressions. I feel like he was really run happy, but at the end of the day, you're trying to make something happen. It happens. People, like, you're down. You're going to wind up making mistakes. You're going to, do shit that you don't usually do. But I think it's more scary for the 49ers as a whole, because the quarterback situation is the least of their problems. And I'm going to say this. I don't think the Seahawks are that good. Honestly.
No, they made this a game when it shouldn't have been a game.
It shouldn't have been.
Let's start with this. I thought in the first quarter they were going to get blown out.
Yeah.
Because Russell Wilson was getting murdered. And then Russell Wilson made some magic to Tyler Lockett. DK Metcalf I would say he had a good game. But think about the defense. They held Russ to 150 pass yards.
Right.
That's really good. You should win the game like that.
Yeah.
But Seattle, man, they're not a real contender in my book till they change the defense or they can find some people who can cover, because they can't cover nobody. They had such a beat, though, on the Niners passing game. They had so many batted balls over the middle of the field because they're so confident Jimmy can't throw. Because let's be real, Juan, how bad is the Niners passing game?
Yeah, it's horrific.
It's the weakest part of their team.
But you can argue. That's always been the case with the Niners with their passing game, and they lean on the run game. Like, they're one of those teams. It's obvious. Kyle Shanahan, they run the ball to open up the pass. I know it's cliche, but that's the game plan for Kyle Shanahan. It's to succeed in the run game with the zone scheme. And until Elijah Mitchell comes back, because he's probably the best looking back that they've had, they can't run the ball. Trey Sermon can't run it. After him, like Jaquez Patrick, a guy that's off the street. Raheem Mostert is hurt. And then, like I said, Elijah Moore hasn't played. Like, they can't find running backs. I don't know if it's their line. And not to mention, Trent Williams went down.
Got hurt.
Yeah, he's done probably.
Here's what I'll push back on. Trey Sermon had 19 for 90 today. So when you say he can't run the ball, are you saying, this is what I want to ask you. Are you saying all those yards are the Niners scheme where he just runs through the hole, but he's not elusive and doesn't do okay? Then I agree with you 100%. He's solid, but he's just going to get you what's there. He's never going to make more of what's there.
And I like Trey Sermon. I was a big fan
of him too. I like him too, but I'm saying, like, maybe who's like a middle. Like, I feel like Javonte Williams, who's a rookie, if there's like 4 yards there, he might get you 8.
Yeah.
Trey Sermon going to get you 4 every time.
I think that's the thing with the zone scheme and Kyle Shanahan in particular. You never really get backs who are extremely talented, like ball carriers. It's guys who see the hole, hit it, north and south. That's all you got to do.
I think they have some talented guys who are just hurt.
Yeah,
Raheem Mostert's hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the case.
I think with Trey Sermon's not that guy.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, this shouldn't really be a Trey. We're spending a little too much time on Trey Sermon. We should go to the other Trey. Trey Lance, man, you got a big task. It's what? Frisco versus the Seahawks, Arizona. Thursday Night Football. Oh, Arizona. No, I'm sorry. Seahawks are playing the Rams. Yeah, you got a big task. You're playing a 4-0 team. They're fast. They're big. They got guys who can cover. he got to get ready, man. It's kind of a trial by fire. But you just put the third pick in this guy. And we've talked to Joey, and he's super sold. I'd love to know what he thinks now. But it's kind of like, I didn't love what I saw from him, and I know it's a tough situation. Like, Justin Fields looked a lot better this week.
Yeah.
So Kyle Shanahan has to help this guy because he's
Yeah.
not. You can't just throw him out there and be like, make a play, buddy.
So what is it gonna be, Max? He's gonna start?
He has to. Jimmy G's out for several weeks or a couple weeks, he said.
That's the
Quote
report.
unquote, if he's really, do you think he's really hurt?
Oh man, it's hard to tell.
I think he's hurt, but he could play. He could play if they really needed him to. If this was a playoff game, I feel like he'd play.
Like, is this almost like a Matt Nagy situation with the Bears?
I feel like it kind of is. It's kind of like, hey, let's just hedge our bet with Trey Lance.
I would do it. I think their problems are a little bit more than than the quarterback position, but I mean, you gotta. This is the opportunity to play Trey. I know it's in a bad spot. You probably would want him after the bye week, and you don't want him to necessarily make his first start against an undefeated Arizona Cardinal team. But your season's on the line, man. Like, you're 2-2. Your division is tough. And you're already one game down with the Seahawks. Like, the Seahawks got that game over you already. Cardinals ain't going nowhere. You know the Rams are going to bounce back. And you lost them to the Seahawks today. You can easily find yourself at last in the division. Just look at the Chiefs. Look how bad look how their situation is. Like,
And
when you're in
by
a
no
tough
means
division,
is it over.
No. But when you're in a tough division, the games can pile up. And
Yeah, exactly.
like, the games are more important. Like, you go on the Cowboys side, they didn't have to win this game.
No,
They really
no,
didn't.
no.
I think they're gonna cruise that division.
You said it best, one. It's not. It doesn't mean it's over, but it's just a lot harder than it should have been.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can hit on the Chiefs because you brought them up. They whooped our asses today. Tyreek Hill, 3 touchdowns, 190 yards, backflipping on us. Oh man, I liked how our offense looked, but man, the only question from this game is Eagles still suck. Agree? We agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay. The only issue I see is Kansas City's defense still can't stop a nosebleed. Where's Chris Jones? Where's who's the pass? Frank Clark. Who's going to make a play on this defense? Like, I feel like it's a lot worse than the Super Bowl defense.
Yeah. I felt like Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes won that game single-handedly.
Absolutely, they did. It was and I liked how Clyde Edwards. I liked how they got the run game going.
You know what though? They've been getting the run game going. He just can't hang on to the ball.
Yeah. So, do you think there's any hope for the Chiefs defense, or it's kind of like?
I think they'll be fine. I think they're gonna figure it out as the season goes. It is alarming because the last 3 weeks they have been, getting scored on.
Jalen Hurts threw for like 350 yards. That's not
exactly.
a good sign.
Yeah, it's not a good sign. But sometimes really good teams like that, the defense just takes a while. Like, as long as their offense is good, which they are, you have time to figure out on the defensive side. So we'll see where that goes. I think they'll be fine. Where I want to hit is Carolina and Dallas. I picked this game wrong, and I don't think
talked me into the Carolina Panthers, and I said I think I should just go with the Cowboys. You kind of talked me into them.
I still really like the Panthers.
I do too. It's just go ahead.
This doesn't change my opinion on them at all. I really don't. I don't think it was a Christian McCaffrey problem. I don't think if he was there, they would have won. I just think Dallas
He would have helped.
He would have helped. He would have helped. I think Dallas just played their best game of the season. And, me and you both give a lot of flack to Zeke. Zeke had a great game, man. I thought it was the first time in a long time, Max, where I seen the Dallas Cowboys play Dallas Cowboy football. Like, I feel like that's a great balance on what they did. Dak made amazing throws when he had to. I thought they spread them out when they had to. But when it got down to the nitty-gritty, they were bringing in big-ass offensive linemen, I formation, right up the gut with Ezekiel Elliott. And he was getting those bruising yards. That's Cowboy football. That's how you win football games. Running behind Zach Martin. And you got to give them credit because I think that's where they won the game. Really. I know Trayvon Diggs played amazing and he's getting picks like crazy and, their defense is looking good. But I honestly think the best thing that came out was that run game.
I 100% agree. And you could say Zeke was really good. Tony Pollard had 10 carries for 70 yards. They were gashing them.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, he only threw for 188 yards, but he threw for 4 touchdowns. It's hard to cover these guys. They have 3 really good receivers when they're all healthy, and when Gallup comes back, it's just going to be worse. I like Cedric Wilson. I think he's the best 4th receiver in the league.
Yeah.
and when they have a great combo in running backs, like Zeke, as much flack as we give him, it's never been about how good he is. It's just you shouldn't be paying him $20 million.
Yeah.
That's the problem we have.
And you know what? A lot of people didn't really say it, and it kind of passed our mind. The Cowboys are really freaking deep on offense. They got the ability to run these 2 tight end sets. I love the Blake Jarwin and Dalton Schultz combination. Like that's where you can win football games. I've seen it. Like the Raiders do it a lot, where they bring in these beefy ass tight ends, and you can either pass the ball or run the ball. Like you can play smash mouth football, and you can get that play action game going when you got talented tight ends. And that's what the Cowboys have. And then you just mentioned the depth on their receivers. Like Michael Gallup went down a lot for a lot of teams that would cripple them. It doesn't cripple the Cowboys. Like CeeDee Lamb is their second option. He's probably their first option on almost 75% of the league. Like it's insane.
And we have to say, I'll spend a few minutes on the defense. I thought the Panthers just they couldn't figure out what they wanted to stop, and then they gave up everything. Yeah. Darnold, I thought he played well. He threw 2 picks. They were just bad decisions. He's trying to make a play.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was 28-36. It wasn't that close. Dallas kind of had to control this game. But Micah Parsons, man, he's runaway defensive rookie of the year so far.
Sheesh.
He's a playmaker. I saw snaps where he lined up over the center and just rushed. And I was like, what the hell, dude? So much versatility. And I remember in the draft, they were talking about, everyone thinks his future's as an edge. And it just might well be because, man, he seems like the only guy capable of getting pressure.
I mean, that's where the moolah is. You know, he's going to get paid more if you play edge. And the Carolina's defense is tough because they're missing J.C. Horn. They replaced him with C.J. Henderson from that trade earlier in the week.
In his first week there, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it was tough. He got burned on the touchdown from Amari Cooper. But
the ghost of AJ Bouye is still there.
Yeah. But I still love what the Panthers are doing. I think they're going to be a really good team. And I still think they're going to be a playoff team, to be honest.
Did you love the way they used DJ Moore this game?
Yeah, DJ Moore is solid, man. I love DJ Moore every game.
He's better than solid. Come on.
Yeah, no, he's really good. Yeah, he's really good. And you want to spend like a minute on Trayvon Diggs?
No, I think we've hit him enough. I think we've talked about how much we liked him. And I've said this, he was in great position last year, and he just never had his head turned around. And it seems like he sees the ball now, and he's making plays. He's talented. Yeah. Just tell me where you want to go next, bro. If you want to rapid fire some games, or you want to just
the Jets. The Jets got
man.
The New York teams both got dubs, straight W's. I have Saquon in one of my fantasy teams. I was loving it today. I was so happy.
How's that one good week he's given you?
Yes, sir. I know.
Good?
It was good, man. I've been riding with it. But both New York teams won in overtime. They were both great games. Tennessee. Let's spin
They're
a couple.
A mess. They're a fucking mess. I cursed again. Third curse of the pod. They're a mess. Derrick Henry continues to rush for 114 yards. A.J. Brown and Julio Jones being out doesn't help. The O-line is terrible. Ryan Tannehill was under duress all day. And Zach Wilson, he made plays. He showed why he was the second pick in the draft. I liked what I saw from him. But it just shows Tennessee, I don't think they're a real contender, bro. And they opened the door for the Colts to come back into the division.
They did. Because Jacksonville ain't going to pounce on it. Houston got their ass kicked today by probably the best team in the AFC, in my opinion, on the Buffalo Bills. That's just our little segment on the Bills so far. But Yeah, man, I agree. The Colts won today. They're kind of creeping in. Tennessee, I know they were missing Julio Jones and AJ Brown. I don't think that should have mattered, man. You should have beat this team. And I I know Peyton texted you today.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Downing is an absolute problem for this team.
A problem you know very well, Juan, if you want to give your 2 cents.
Yeah, he was the Raiders DC. I mean, excuse me, offensive coordinator. And it was the same problems, man. It's just week to week. You don't know what you're gonna get. I don't think he has a feel for calling plays. And I feel like it's just Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill running and making plays on their own. Like
I
I
felt
don't
like
see
Tannehill
any
was in some bad
creative.
spots today too. On like just
Yeah,
3rd and 16, throw a dot. Sorry to cut you off. He was sacked 7 times for 45 yards,
yeah, it's bad.
and Derrick Henry had 150 yards, and they lost the game. I'm shocked. It's like,
And
wow.
there's no reason why. I mean, I'm just gonna call out the Tennessee Titans defense too. There's no reason why Zach Wilson should only have been sacked one time. That's unacceptable.
No, he's not Patrick Mahomes or Kyler Murray or Lamar
I mean, just
Jackson.
look at their offensive line. It's not that
I,
great.
I don't think they can rush. They have no ability to get rush.
And
And
their best player on defense, in my opinion, Harold Landry got the only sack. That's the only guy that can really
well, I
rush.
didn't feel like he was under pressure that much. I really didn't feel like it. And Corey Davis, great revenge game, man. Revenge game ball to you. Zach Wilson,
Man,
man, I loved what I saw from him, man. I really
love
liked.
it.
I like how he hasn't lost his confidence, and that's important. And I hope the Jets can just have some semblance of like being a decent and not like a dumpster fire.
And moving on to the other New York team just for a little bit, they said, fuck you, Max. You're not going to pick us. You're going to fall off the bandwagon that quick. We're going to win this week, baby. That's what happened.
Dude, I don't know what to make of the Saints. I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like, are they good? Are they not good? Are they a quarterback away? You can tell me what you think. Well, I'm curious to hear. Daniel Jones threw for 400 yards. That can't happen.
Oh, man. I
John
don't
Ross,
know.
bro. He came back. John
Their
Ross.
defense. Yeah, I know. John Ross resurrected. Um,
The legend of John John.
yeah, just a whole bunch of players for the Giants came out and balled. Like Kenny Galladay had a big game. He had six catches for 116. Like I said, Saquon had a big game.
Tony showed up. Or
I
Tooney,
think
whatever
I
his
want to
name is.
say it's their defense. It's kind of just hot and cold. Honestly, I don't think it was the offense fault. I think Jameis played uh solid and enough to win the game. He didn't turn over the ball, right?
I don't
Did
believe
he have
so.
a
No.
fumble? I don't
He
think
did
he
not.
did.
They had no turnovers.
Yeah, no turnovers. They were doing their thing on offense. I seen Taysom Hill make a couple plays.
Beast mode runs.
Yeah, but their defense, I mean, they got 0 sacks. That's unacceptable. On the Jets and the Giants, that's where their Achilles heel is really is their offensive line. They're terrible. You can get pressure. And the fact that the Titans only got 1 sack and the Saints, on the other hand, got 0 sacks, that's just tough, man. That's unacceptable. You got to
They
get
were
pressure
kind
on
of
these
around
teams.
Daniel Jones, but you just got to bring him down every once. You got to at least get like pressures are great, but you still got to get
Yeah,
sacks.
yeah. But I think it's just hot and cold with this defense, man. And now they're 2-2. Yeah, man, they're a weird team. They're really weird, the Saints. I don't
Maybe
know
they just
what to
haven't hit
think
their
of them.
groove yet. Maybe they're still kind of looking to figure out what they're trying to be.
Yeah. Week 1, everyone was crowning them. And let's see how many
Let's hit
minutes we
the
got left.
let's hit the Bills and Texans because it'll be quick.
Bills and
Bills,
Texans.
roll, 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 roll your boat down the stream.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Bills are just killing them, man. Bills, the defense is legit. They pitched the shutout. I know it's the Texans, but it's hard to get a shutout in today's NFL.
Yeah, it
And
is.
that's what they did.
I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. They're the best team in the AFC. I'm confident in saying that. I think that week 1 was a fluke. Great job by the Buffalo Bills.
Who did they lose to in week 1?
Steelers.
Maybe we should start there. Maybe we should go there.
Yeah, Steelers
They're done.
lose again.
Big Ben's done.
They almost
I
got
was
that block kick. I thought they were gonna, that's where Pittsburgh kind of wins, jacks this game from the Packers.
I think they kind of got hosed on that call.
Yeah,
I think it was a legit. So there's a play in this game, 4th and 4. Big Ben throws it in the flat after 1.01 second, like 1 second. He throws it in the flat, and there's like 4 guys by Najee Harris, and it's turnover on downs. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
what do you do? Are you so like you can't get hit anymore, or what? I really think Big Ben is the problem. Let me rephrase. He's a big part of the problem. The offense in general, they can't run the ball. They can't protect. It's kind of hard to win a game like that, especially when you have Big Ben back there who's old.
And TJ Watt played in this game. He got 2 sacks. Their defense came out for the most part. I mean, it's the offense, folks. Their offensive line stinks. It fucking sucks. They can't run the ball for shit, man. It don't matter who's back there. I don't think it's because of Najee Harris. I think it's just their offensive line sucks. They had a shitty line last year. This year they revamped it. It's bad again.
It's still shitty.
And Big Ben being bad, it's even worse. He's done. I don't know where the Steelers go from here. Let's see who they play next week, man. I just want to see their schedule really quick.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah.
They play the Broncos.
Oh my goodness.
Broncos, Seahawks, Browns.
Sheesh.
Well, at least they're not playing a real good team next week.
I mean, but you look at their schedule, though, man.
It's tough, man.
Are you confident that they're going to beat Denver?
No, I'm not confident in them at all. No, I feel like if Teddy Bridgewater plays, they can. I think they're the underdog in that game.
Yeah.
Even though it's in Pittsburgh, I feel that's how strongly I feel that this team. If Drew Lock plays, the defense will get like 18 points just off him, and they can win the game. But the offense is so putrid, bro. They don't produce. They got nothing. They have nothing about. They don't throw the ball deep. All they do is little dink and dunk passes and let the receivers run. It's just bad. It's bad.
Yeah. And do you think that they should bench Big Ben?
You can't bench him. You got to come up with a fake injury. I'm serious. I'm really serious. Like I don't think you can do that to a team. It's just kind of like
that's tough, man. Okay, one last game, Max, that I really want to talk about. Let's get into the. I'm losing it.
So we'll hit the Detroit rest of the games Wednesday.
No, Detroit and Chicago.
What do you want to do with the rest of the games? You want to hit them on Wednesday? We'll like do a little quick.
Nah, we don't have to hit them. I mean, people know what happened. It's all good.
Okay, let's hit it.
Yeah, well,
Justin
we'll
Fields
fine.
talk. I like it.
Yeah, I want to talk about Justin Fields. What were your thoughts on this game, Max? I'm curious.
He does pretty good when the coach doesn't try to like get him killed. That's what I thought. Like, I don't know, maybe help the guy out, let him like run around a little bit. I picked the Lions. I'll say this: if Jared Goff doesn't get the ball snapped into his face to be intercepted by the D lineman, they might win this game. Like it was 14-24, and I think they had 3 red zone turnovers.
Man,
I liked how Justin Fields played. He was so much better. You could tell they actually tried to help him. I felt like they weren't just gonna like stand him back there.
I thought it was a little bit, not suited to his play style. To a little bit. It wasn't as bad as last week, but they did help him out a little bit.
He had 3 carries this game. I feel like he's got to have like 8.
Yeah, I feel like you got to have a little bit more, man. He was taking some shots today in the pocket. Like he got lit up in the end zone today.
He got sacked one time for 25 yards. That's a very big rookie thing to do.
It's tough. What really helped him today though was the run game. And I don't know if you have any report on David Montgomery. It looked like he was hurt really bad. I don't know what's going to happen to him. But Damian Williams is a serviceable back. I believe that they can still have a run game with him. So hopefully they keep on running that ball effectively and try to do whatever they can to help out Justin Fields because this team is not ready on offense for him to carry them. I don't think their offensive line is just really bad in pass situations. It's terrible. They get beat like a drum.
David Montgomery is believed to have avoided a major knee injury.
Wow. Yeah, that's good news. Hopefully he gets back. And
They
their
need him.
defense, man, they've been kind of answering the bell. Last 2 weeks? I felt like they've been playing pretty solid. Like Jalen Johnson is a really good player. At
Very
corner.
good. Honestly, I'm a little surprised of how easily the ball was moved on them, because they went up and down the field, Detroit, I felt like, but they just shot themselves in the foot every time. So I kind of want a little more in that aspect, but they are playmakers on that defense. They really have playmakers.
But overall, Fields got to win. Zach Wilson got to win.
Mm-hmm. Mac Jones almost got to win.
Almost. He played good.
Trey
I
Lance.
think the worst one that looked bad was David Mills.
He's not real. What about Trevor Lawrence? He looked good.
Yeah, he did. I like what
I
Trevor
don't think he's going to get a win for a while.
It's going to be tough. I mean, it looks like Urban Meyers is getting wins in the club with did you see that video?
No, I did not.
Some girl was like, I don't know if it was old or new, but they were in a bar and like a very young lady was grinding up on him. Oh, so just bad luck for Urban Meyers all the way around.
Bad luck for my guy Herb.
Yeah.
They play the Titans next week, so maybe they can get a dub there. They got 2 winnable games: Dolphins and Jags, and Titans and Jags.
So maybe besides the Steelers, keep the Steelers out of it and all the like known bad teams. Who are you panicking the most? Like out of a playoff team that you predicted? I'm gonna go with the Niners.
Dang. Let me just pull up my games real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm Dolphins. I think the Dolphins. I'm really panicking from the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And really? I mean, we weren't going to talk about it, but just to build off, they lost to the Colts today, and the Colts are so banged up. Like Jacoby Brissett looked bad. The offense just so putrid, man.
Yeah.
And their defense kind of underwhelmed me too. Like I know they don't have the best defense, and they're really predicated on turning over the ball. But I'm disappointed by them too.
Yeah. So next podcast, when we do our live show, me and Max will be doing some grades so far. We'll be 4 games in. Usually that'll be the quarter way through the season. Now that there's 17 games, it's a little bit messed up, but we're kind of a quarter ways there, if you want to put it that way. We'll do some grades. And before we go, I want to get a team that you're confident in that you thought that was really good. Like for me, I think it's Baltimore. I'm confident as hell in Baltimore. I picked them for my dark horse to make it to the Super Bowl. I love what I'm seeing. I'm going with Baltimore.
I think Buffalo for me. I know it's Buffalo and the Chargers for me. I'm really confident.
You haven't seen the Chargers play this week.
Hey, dog, they ain't playing nobody. Come on.
What if they
I'm a little upset in my soul. I'm down 0-1 in the soul games. But since I lost this soul, I get to pick the game. I get to pick the game this time, and then one has to go. Because I was going to be my soul pick, and you took it. I don't want to say that because we can't double up. So I got hoed. And now I don't got no soul left. And just because you got heart, don't
you got
mean
a couple. Heart. You got a couple. We still got to think of a punishment.
You should be 0-2. I was going to say that. Justin Tucker saved me.
Oh man. All right, man. Well, we're gonna let you guys go. Make sure to subscribe, smash that like button, follow us on smash that shit, man.
The same way Nick Folks field goal smashed into the fucking upright at 4th curse of the night. Thanks, Nick. Shout out to Isaiah for coming on. Thanks.
Oh yeah, shout out to Isaiah, man.
Sorry you're a sad Patriots fan.
Yeah,
sad Eagles fan too.
It's about time. All right, fuckers win all the time. Time to put you guys in reality.
Welcome to Oakland.
Yeah, welcome to the Raiders life. Follow us on social media at Max&JuanCast. It's also in the description. You can follow us on there. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, On the Go. Those are also in the description. And that's about it, man. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace.